shut up, you listen to my monkey mouth. There's a companion when you got pun on the canoa route. Hopped in a portal and got in a fight, Elias knocked him out. Bow, Naruto fighting style. Bow, UFC he tapped out. Bow, we win, we get crowned. Monkey mouth, monkey mouth, monkey mouth, monkey mouth.
The Portal Boys be podcasting. This is Joshua.
And this is Elias.
And on this episode, we're going to be doing like an extra special breakdown. We're going to cover all of Season 2 because we just wrapped up the last episode of Season 2. And so we're just going to kind of like quick fire go through the whole season because it's fantastic. We can kind of cover our favorite moments. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah,
so it was great, man. I mean, this was I think this was like a really important season, right? Like Season 1, of course, you got like a lot of setup. You got you're introducing people, right?
Also, Season 1 was a little bit more chaotic because they didn't know if they were even going to get renewed.
Yeah.
And so they weren't really doing much world building. This season they had to do a little bit more like world building and setting up arcs and stuff.
Yeah.
That was the main thing, is they kind of had to do some resetting and kind of some proper orienting for some long-term content, you know. And
I think that the ones who stood out in this was definitely like, you know, Jerry and his whole, you know, getting a job and just being kind of like a pest to everybody because he's just not working.
Needing to borrow money.
Yeah. So that was great. And then, of course, like, I think that this is kind of, this is definitely building up that important arc of how important summer is, you know?
Yeah.
Which is great.
You know, I don't know how intended that was. I think that's just like they keep following the path of least resistance.
Yeah.
With how improvised the episodes feels, it would be hard to believe that like the direction and orientation of the show isn't slightly improvised along the way as well.
I imagine it's like wow, we just keep on kind of letting Summer or having Summer kind of navigate in this like fix it all kind of way, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I got you. So the first episode of the season was A Rickle in Time.
Yeah, man, what a great episode! What a great episode, man.
So what's the basic premise of this one?
So the what is it? That was A Rickle in Time, right? If I'm not mistaken, that's what you said, right? A Rickle in Time was.
This is whenever they hit the deer. Right?
Yeah, the Rickle in Time. Yeah, this is the first episode, and it is. It's them unfreezing. It's them getting unfrozen and being taken, you know, but kind of
because the whole season started up at the end of Season 1
with the big party.
They froze everybody in time, and so that's where we're at.
Yeah, and so we have him getting
prepared, please. So having to like fucking do our homework on the fly, but
so
busy hitting dabs. Homework. Fuck that.
So they unfreeze him. Jerry, of course, gets to. I mean, looks like an ass because he's got the shirt on backwards because Morty put it on backwards, and he's like gets called out, and he's like, "No, I like it like this, right?" So we have them getting unfrozen.
I love that whenever he's like, I like it this way, and Rick's like, your dad's the real Rick for Grumple of something or another, and like the kids both laugh.
Yeah, they kind of get like
he's
that.
Like, you like that Rick for Grumple reference? Oh, well, I made him up. You're really your fucking father's kids. Think for your fucking selves.
That was such
Rick
a great.
Is such a savage.
He's just such a dick, man. It's so great. They hit the deer.
Yeah, Rick gives them the.
They literally, I think he gives them like he gives them money. Yeah, he gives them like $500, and he's like he slides it with his foot because if they touch each other, it could literally dismantle.
They could shatter themselves.
Yeah. And so he's like, they're like, yeah, just take the money, don't touch us, we're good. Love y'all so much.
One of my favorite parts is whenever Jerry hits the deer and he's like, you're going to have to take the fall for this. This is rum raisin.
The amount of alcohol in rum raisin.
Such an idiot.
And so Jerry really, I mean, despite him being Jerry, really comes to the rescue on this one, right? He ends up paying the Cold Stone Creamery guy to pretend to be the wildlife, you know, something or other.
The bottom line is that the Cold Stone Creamery's got your fucking back.
They got your back.
They got your back.
Cold Stone Creamery will get you out of a bind with your wife there, man.
We got the whole Schrodinger's garage situation that plays out.
Oh yeah,
because remember, like they're uncertain. Rick and Summer and Morty are like fighting over like who's the most important, and I love that Rick like breaks it down scientifically that he sees people not by height or age, but by the amount of pain in his ass they are, and that he can prove mathematically that they are literally equal in his eyes. They're both pieces of shit.
They're both they're both homunculi who basically offer him nothing but headaches. And I don't know if you ever seen like a homunculi. It's space. I know you probably know what a homunculi is, right?
No idea.
Okay, so it's basically just like it's a living creature that mainly consists of just cells. Like it's just it's like an amorphous kind of like creature. It doesn't quite fit in any kind of mold. It's not human. It's not alien. It's just this kind of. It is what it sounds like. It's a homunculi. It's just this like disgusting little like gloopy creature that somehow can be created that can essentially be created through cells.
That's not a very polite thing to call somebody.
Exactly.
If you want to go ahead and start pulling up episode 2 stuff, the last thing that I really wanted to talk about this episode is that this is the first time where we got to get introduced to the time police.
So great, and I think that's
his gun, Kevin.
Kevin, no, not Kevin. I think that's it's Key from Key and Peele, right?
Oh, that's neat. I have no idea. That's super
it's
neat.
Key from Key and Peele.
Now you say that.
Yeah,
definitely
he goes, I don't know what your asses are doing messing with this time, and he's just like ass. Everything's ass.
Your stupid ass and ass asses.
And then so the great one on this was actually when what is it? He tells him that he has to turn around because in one of the trillions of timelines out there, the hundreds
there
of
actually is something.
There
amazing.
is something amazing. So he doesn't know
and
for sure.
You're gonna experience everything.
Yeah.
And so a version of you's going to do this.
Yeah.
It might as well be you.
Yeah. And he convinces him, and then he grabs Kevin.
Like,
Kevin, and grabs Kevin, and Kevin's slimy, and he like.
Gross and weird.
Which how good of a friend was Kevin if he's like slinking away? He didn't go right back to the. To his owner friend, yeah.
Dude, I love that the time police have gotten so far advanced that their technology is organic.
Yeah,
like their computers were all alive, living like meat things.
And I love that they don't reference like us as like anything important. So they they accidentally go to like dinosaurs. And they're like, no, you're not far enough in.
You know how much time was after dinosaurs? Half of all time. One of the great things is if you get to the talking dolphin people, you've gone too far.
Gone through it.
Later on, remember when she covers herself with the varnish? There's talking dolphin people. They circle back to this shit later on, bro. It's fantastic.
So we're on to episode 2.
Well, before that, the final scene is that they circle back and they try and get revenge on Rick, and they accidentally mistake Albert Einstein and they whoop Albert Einstein.
And
ass.
I just like how he kind of I feel mess with time.
I will. It's great.
Yeah.
Dude. So what's the title?
All right. So it's a Morty Night Run. And this is one of my favorite ones. This is one of your favorite ones because you get to meet.
Which one is this? I don't know him by title.
Yeah, Kermupulus Michael.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I kill anything. Old people, babies. What does he say? Old people, babies, the indolent.
I don't care. I don't care. If it's alive and needs killing, I'm your man.
And so this, Rick created a neutrino gun, or he created a dark matter gun that basically can destroy what Michael is after, which is a fart. It's a gaseous
organism.
Yeah, and
that is valuable because it can rearrange the molecular structure of stuff.
Yeah,
and it literally
shit's gold.
Yeah,
right?
literally. I mean, it can do anything.
Yeah,
it could have turned it into uranium or anything. It just did the gold to prove the point.
Yeah,
right then.
and so of course it needs to be captured and controlled by something.
Every cop in the universe is gonna want this fucking guy.
And so Kermupulus Michael, I know I'm saying his name wrong.
No, that's correct. Kermupulus Michael.
Kermupulus Michael is there to murk him, and
that's his mark.
And Morty, of course, with the heart of gold and the person who cares about everyone and everything.
White knight ass.
Yeah. He is trying to he doesn't want him to die, and he gets paid, in your favorite part, he gets paid in tokens so that he can go to basically the blips and chips, and he gets to play the Roy, which is one of the best parts of the whole thing.
It's so neat because
he's taking Roy off grid.
He doesn't have a social security number for Roy.
He's burning his
Like
ID.
literally the entire arcade like starts watching Rick
And
play.
I think
he still has the capacity to listen to Morty and talk to him.
Yeah, and not Morty though. Morty's like convinced
Well,
to
Morty didn't know what was
he
happening.
just like
It
drops
got
the helmet
plopped
on
him, and he was in Ready Player One.
his eyes go white, and it goes to that season 2 animation where his lips kind of drop and drool hangs out.
You know where that's influenced by?
What's that?
Ren and Stimpy.
Oh, okay.
That's where
okay.
they got that from. You ever noticed?
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Ren and Stimpy would do that.
Yeah, that like kind of lip drop with the single.
It's literally
like,
an art thing that they took from Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, that's great. Like that's really awesome. I love the fact that like he gets so frustrated, like because he gets like was it like Rocket Roy gets cancer.
Oh, Roy the Rocket.
Yeah, Roy the Rocket gets cancer, survives cancer, and then he ends up dying in the carpet store by falling off a ladder.
It's like, bro,
and he's like, weak, you went back to the carpet store,
like,
weak.
That's the difference in you and me. Is
Yeah.
I don't go back to the carpet store.
And so he kind of slinks away as Rick is
while
he's playing Roy, and he finds out that the card has actually got like a tracker, so you can always find out where.
Yeah, well, I mean, he just told the car, "Take me to Crumbopulous Michael," and so it took him literally directly to Crumbopulous Michael,
and it just lands right on top of him.
Busted,
yeah,
like he's in like a ship.
I think
a Star Wars ship,
yeah,
and he's like just.
It looked like it was part of the galactic government, wasn't it?
That's
Because
exactly and Rick even confirms such.
Yeah.
But and there's Gronklemites. Right?
Yeah, Gronklemites, guarding whatever. Yeah, the fart.
Bipedal bugs with guns.
Yeah,
like that's galactic government shit.
Yeah, so he like you said, they find Michael and they land on top of him.
But before that, bro, Combobulous Michael is a motherfucking murderer.
Yeah,
like,
he's
bro,
breaking neck. I think like one of them isn't doing anything. Like he could have let him go. Like, and he literally goes out of his way, makes it more difficult on himself just to kill one of the. And one of the
other things that happens too is that whenever he cuts the floor out from underneath one. He could have just let him fall to his death, but he wanted to. He
had to feel it.
Yeah,
he had to feel it.
What a maniac!
And so this is also I don't know if you ever watch Flight of the Conchords, or I'm sure you watch Moana. You got a kid,
bro. Fuck what you're talking about. One of my friends brought up the movie Airplane to me.
Oh no!
I was like, motherfucker, do not validate Elias for me.
Oh no!
I don't need,
what year is this?
I don't need you to fucking validate this time traveling piece of shit to me. People don't reference motherfucking Airplane.
Oh my god, it's such a great movie.
So you know what happened? They were saying that something was campy. I'm like, what the fuck does campy mean?
It's Airplane. That's
exactly made up. And he's like, oh, it's like you remember Airplane? And I was like, shut the fuck up. Shut your fucking face, dude. Don't reference that fucking shit to me. Am I the only sane person left in my life? Don't reference fucking garbage 70s movies to me. I wasn't there.
Oh man, it's such a great movie. You were there for you were there for. You don't watch Turner Classic Movies or any of those great classics? Like,
were you about to say Dazed and Confused?
Yeah, because you were there for that. So
I've literally been to Top Notch.
Yeah, that's the truth. I was like, that's a little too that we're old.
Top Notch. What is it?
It's Top Notch. Yeah,
it's Top Notch. Bro, they got some good onion rings. They're bringing one to Round.
Yeah, they are. Well, I know that it went down for like 30 seconds. It's back up, right? It went down. It closed for a little while. I think Top Notch closed for like a little while.
Oh, maybe during COVID.
Yeah. It's just like, but it came back up.
Yeah,
I'm looking, man. I'm
still slinging them corn dogs, bro.
I'm gonna go in.
I deep throw the motherfucking corn dog from
just
Top
stick
Notch,
and just stick.
Just give me that shit. They make good food. And it's like everything that Sonic wishes it was.
Yeah.
It has
well, I mean, that's probably the basis for Sonic,
honestly,
right?
It has Sonic's from God knows where, and they're big mega corporations. Something kind of happened at the same time. But, bro, they still have like the same, like, from the 70s thing that you order into.
Well, it's
like, the nostalgia steez there is like through the roof.
Well, and the worst part about it is that, well, not the best and worst part about it is that flat top has like 1970s LSD from the guy sweating on it back in like the cook tripping balls as he's flipping a patty. The
cook's probably still tripping balls back there.
Yeah.
Psychedelics are super prevalent these days, as you can tell by the way that they've influenced the art styles of this show that we're talking about.
Yeah.
Currently.
So someone brought up Airplane, making me a genius. Just let's move forward from that.
Shut your ass.
So, anyways,
you're like a hippopotamus farting out of your mouth. Right
you're
now,
just like.
That's what I hear.
So we end up like the guy, Flight of the Conchords, the big crab from Moana. That's the voice of.
I don't remember what the fuck we were talking about.
Oh
my god, the big crab from Moana.
Yeah, that's the voice of.
Bro, so I watched Moana for the first time.
Okay.
High on LSD.
Oh, that must have been trippy when you go into like the underworld and you get to meet the crab. That's like.
Bro, the crab was blowing my mind.
Yeah.
Until it went dark and he got fucking the vibrant colors.
Yeah.
Going. Bruh. I was like imagine like the downfall on a roller coaster where you just like have to lock in and like hold on to it. That's where I was when that shit started happening. I was like, oh my god, wow, these colors and shit. It just was blowing my mind.
So that's
experience. I imagine an adult watching a cartoon like that high on 3 tabs of LSD is what it's like for a 3-year-old to watch it live.
I imagine.
Just like, wow, look at
you take off that veil of adult
you're not
depression.
You're not passing it through the filter of how this relates to profitability.
Yeah, exactly.
You're just like, wow, this is neat.
Yeah, you're so that's the same voice.
Do LSD, watch cartoons.
That is literally the whole basis of this whole show. We just watch LSD and don't go to work on Monday.
Eat fruit on the floor. Listen, bro. One time we got high on LSD and laid a tarp on the ground, threw a bunch of fruit on it, and then rolled around in it in white clothes and walked around in fucking berry blood for a day around the domain.
That sounds like something a person on
LSD. Fuck on LSD, bro.
I couldn't do that. It'd be
bro,
like,
at one point I had a DMT vape, and imagine just being able to like fucking blast off into the 5th dimension, like at the fucking intersection. Like walking through the domain, taking 3 drags off that, fucking going, just
everything vibrating and moving.
As weird as it can get.
So that's the voice of the fart.
I mean, like ego death, that the fucking stops it. Like, for real.
That's the voice of the fart. Is the guy, the giant crab, and the guy from Flight of the Conchords.
That's fun.
And so, he can read minds. He can telecommunicate, right?
Communicate through what you call Jessica's feet. I mean, telepathy.
So great. And so
we need to go to I know you're in here farting out of my head. La 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 la. It's so good. I like the review episodes at the end because it's a little we're not covering it so densely and there's a little more bullshitting.
Yeah, that's so great. I love the fact that like you get this like really he takes over Morty's mind and I think he gets to like flow down Jessica's body and like be one with the universe. Yeah.
Moon man.
And so it basically ends with him wanting to destroy all carbon-based life forms.
It's viewed as like a virus.
A virus, yeah. So he ends up killing him, and then he shoots him with the gun.
Morty, why?
And Rick is like, "Don't worry. I've been able to open up a gate that summons more of your friends. Millions of them, Morty. Since you love him so much, you can be with him forever."
And Morty's like, dude, no.
And then he just rips this gnarly fart, and he's like, "How'd you like that?"
I'm gonna tell you what, dude. Toilet humor is like some of the purest humor on the planet. My 2-year-old, if I fart near him, he just starts laughing.
I think it's because they
can't help it.
Well, there's no.
And I've never been like farts are funny. I don't find them particularly funny. I've never been like. Someone farted and I was like, haha, Theo, that's funny. Like, I didn't condition my son to think that farts were funny. Well, he just thinks farts are fucking funny. Like, it's something about being an ape. It's like, wow, you farted.
Well, think of it like this, right? I'm not a particular fan of her kind of fault, but everyone from, let's just say, I won't even use her, everyone from the Queen of England or Oprah Winfrey or insert, Paul Rudd, they fart and shit. So it's universally panned. It doesn't matter if you're Democrat, Republican.
Everyone farts and shits.
Everyone farts and shits, So it's just like, of course it's universally hilarious because it's human. It's the crux of human, It's like the things that everyone does. Everyone farts, everyone shits, everyone burps, everyone fucks. It's just one of those things that's just kind of universally.
Not everyone fucks.
I guess
some
that's
people
true.
Think about fucking a lot,
but yeah. So
shout out to Incel Gang. What's up, dying virgins?
It's not your fault, man. You try.
You're a nice guy until you get turned down. Then she's a fucking bitch.
Oh my god!
How dare you say no to me? I've been nice to you for fucking 15 minutes. those fucking guys.
Like
You're supposed to get rewarded for being a normal fucking human, bro.
Like,
you don't get
didn't you? Man, I put like, man, I bought you a hamburger. Like, what?
It's like, bro, you did the thing.
You did bare minimum.
I was like, bro, yeah, you did the fucking bare
you
minimum.
did the bare minimum for 30 seconds.
You think you're some fucking saint for that, bro? Fuck off. Like, do the bare minimum and fucking find a way to sling some dick, motherfucker. Don't just bitch because they're not giving it up.
Okay, so the next one off of that is autoerotic.
Incels that listen to the show, my people, though.
Yeah, we love you. We love you. Just, be better.
Give me your money.
Autoerotic assimilation. One of the best episodes. This is the one where we get an actual like I don't know. Me and you were kind of like split on this. I feel like it's a genuine sad moment with Rick, and you were like more of it. It's a genuine like my toy got taken away from me style Rick.
Well, but he was sad because his toy got
yeah,
taken
exactly.
away.
Yeah,
you were talking about the symptom. I was talking about the thing that caused it. You know what I'm saying? We were just talking about two different things.
Yeah, and so this is also an introduction of an incel. Wow, what a great turnaround. We have Beta 7 and to know that Paul, what is his name? He's a short comedian. Patton Oswalt.
Yeah.
It kind of like knows he knows his place in like the comic river. Yeah. So he's like, of course I'm gonna play the incel-y, like, creepy guy whose only point of them assimilating together is like essentially yeah, exactly, and he's
literally doing the whole dance to try and set her up,
and Rick just kind of like waltzes in there, and she's just like enthralled by him, and he has sex with literally the collective. Like, it's the whole, like,
I love how whenever he's in his hang glider with his dick out, he's falling into a stadium, but the stadium looks like a pussy.
Yeah,
like,
and
he's literally diving into.
He's like, he's like, do you have, like, right before the crux, like things are gonna get serious. He's like, can we like farm some giraffes around here? Like,
I was like, I don't want any judgment. Can you assimilate a giraffe? And then later you see the giraffe, and like she's like Unity's like.
Yeah.
And the giraffe, like, you tell the giraffe is like, she's traumatized in that particular pocket of her consciousness. She's like, wow, this is not right. But we've kind of leaped ahead.
Yeah,
this is the first time that we actually got introduced to any former or potential love interest of Rick's.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, he's always been real crass, never really been like, this is someone who, like, really turns me on. Like, what turns Rick on? Well, planets and fucking hive minds, bro. It's like on a whole different level.
Except what is it? Fascism. Fascism does not turn on.
No, I'm glad that they were clear about that too. Fascists fucking suck.
Yeah.
And for people who don't recognize it, fascism will come to you delivered in an American flag. Like, that's the fucking point, my dude. Like, they ramp the shit up. If someone tells you, if you go, I have this issue and there's a way that I think we could improve it, and someone goes, well, if you don't like it, then get out. That's literal fascism.
Yeah.
Guys. Like that. Like lack of free thought, like mindless following what the state says, like the state can do no wrong type shit. That's the fascism, bro. Like whenever it's like a religion to the state, that's whenever it starts turning into a problem. So keep your fucking eyes out, my dude.
And so the whole thing breaks down from Summer just kind of being like, these are people. And the system
the
is...
thing that really broke it down is that she got so intoxicated. So Unity got so intoxicated that she lost control over her entire...
Yeah.
Like
there was gaps in kind of like that.
She had to kind of concentrate on just holding herself together. And so some of the people kind of broke free of her.
Yeah, and we had pointy nipples and...
Yeah, cone nipples and ripple nipples.
Yeah, cone nipples and ripple nipples.
Yeah,
and
Summer's first race war.
And so, like, she's trying to explain to her that, like, this one was a sexual predator and this one was a drug addict, and look at them now. She's I think like a marine biologist, and this one's
a philosopher.
Philosopher. Yeah, and she has to apologize because she's a little dry. And so, like, it's taking all of her power to kind of like control the helicopter, and so as it's taking
the race war breaks out, and Unity comes in and saves them with like a SWAT team.
Yeah,
and she's talking about all the shit that she's doing, like, while she's this intoxicated.
Yeah.
And Morty's like, should you like have some coffee, kind of like wake up a little bit? And she's like, no, if I wanted to be sober, I wouldn't have gotten drunk. What a fucking lie.
That is, it's the best philosophizing that I've ever heard.
Well, the best philosophy is never ever in your life ever even worrying about philosophy.
Okay, so
like that's the way to do it. It's like if you can be big brain enough to never give a shit, then like you won. You won the game.
My when I this came across my timeline on Facebook, and so this one of the people that I follow, she's like a podcaster, social butterfly kind of person who has like a podcast and everything.
Someone you're simping over?
No, not really.
An intersimp?
Yeah. So she shares this guy who like slips into her DMs and is like, baby, I just want you to sit in my lap in a hot tub as I like caress your nipples, I think is what it is. And it was just like a drop in the DM, and so she shares it on her timeline, and I was like, and they say poetry's dead.
Yeah.
And so I took like a picture of like William Shakespeare and like cropped out the thing and put it underneath like the
I get what you're saying. That's outstanding.
I had to post it on her wall because I was like, dude, poetry's not dead. That's it.
That's fantastic. And so ultimately, man, Summer and Morty get really uncomfortable with how things are going between Unity and Rick, and they basically ask him to leave, and he's like, no, fuck off, y'all can leave, and they leave. And Rick goes to like pat himself on the back in the restroom whenever he comes out.
Yeah, splash some water on it, get it a little bit right with
Best
Jesus.
Weekend ever. Let's see how long we can make it go. And then he goes outside, and Unity's basically left him high and dry. And one of my favorite things about this whole scene is that she everyone that she was controlling wrote the note simultaneously.
Mm-hmm.
And as Rick reads it, he reads to a certain point and then drops the note and goes to like another note and like continues to read it. And every time that he's reading it, it's being read in the voice of the Unity that wrote it. So
that's I don't know when that trope began. I always feel like that's kind of like an 80s kind of trope or something, like hearing the thoughts of somebody. It almost kind of makes me go back to like Doogie Howser.
Yeah, well, but the thing that I thought was even neater is that it was in the particular voices of the particular writers.
That's great.
Like it was the way it was. It wasn't just Unity. It was Unity as
the particular person.
This person. That was the way that he was hearing. I thought that was real neat.
Yeah.
But so, the next episode...
So we got Total Recall, or Rick Call.
Yeah.
And that one, you actually noticed that one of the episodes, when he's getting a particular crystal, he comes back with a pink kind of like goo on the bottom of his foot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So Rick totally tracks in these parasites. Yeah. And there isn't an Uncle Steve.
Yeah. But the best one is it's like... Summer's so grossed out by him tracking this like parasite, and he's like, why don't you have some respect for us, because you're the reason everyone keeps getting pink eye, because you can't stop texting while you're taking a shit.
Rick is always there to like undermine someone else's character.
Yeah,
right?
like,
which is he's like the master of the ad hominem.
Yeah,
would be the way to put that. Like he'll totally not address your point, just be like, you're a dumbass. Your point doesn't matter anymore.
So it's essentially him talking about the 98-pound woman thinking she's 500 and something pounds, like the SUIL guy.
Yeah.
You know.
So, dude, who do you think your favorite... well, this is where we get introduced to Mr. Poopy Butthole.
Yeah, Mr. Poopy Butthole, which ends up actually being a consistent character.
Yeah, he's real.
Throughout. Yeah, he's real.
Ooh-wee.
Ooh-wee.
So, who do you think your favorite character that they came up with in this was?
I would have to say it was... what was either the little unicorn, because like the
Tinkles?
Yeah, Tinkle's relationship with Summer was really hilarious.
Yeah.
And then of course the Italian guy. Hey oh, that's literally like all he did. Yeah.
We're walking here.
Yeah, well, that's all he really did. It was like,
his name,
yeah, that was great. So those are. Can I guess yours though?
Yeah.
I think yours is the pencil. This is one of your favorites, right?
Okay.
Because and then the pencil, and then there was another one. What was it? Was it the half alligator, half like centenoid?
Oh, but that's from their equivalent of the Avengers. That isn't.
Oh, that isn't one. Okay, I was mistaken. That one.
So
Okay.
Pencilvester's great.
Pencilvester.
But I think that the one who made me laugh the most was Hammer Eye.
Oh yeah, Hammer Eye.
That shit. He only got like a split second, but that shit is so fucking funny, dude. Like straight up, samurai outfit, but it's
all made from like ham meat,
and bacon and shit. It's fucking wonderful. Like, it's so silly.
You have Jerry ends up having a love interest with one of the Sleepy Gary,
Beth's new husband.
Yeah, and he's like totally like chill about it. And he's like,
I love that at the end. He's like, Beth's like, I need some time to forget about Gary. And he's like, me too.
Me too. Like, they literally,
the whole gay scene on the yacht is ridiculous.
I think they're like in Italy or something, like off the coast of
we gotta go see on film Star Wars. Wouldn't that mean we could see Chewbacca? God damn, what are we doing, dude?
So, man, they really are twisted. They really are messed up in the head. Like, they like Jerry is like in the thick of it. It almost makes me think of I've brought it up before, but it makes me think of whenever what's that cat's name? Anyways,
Squanchy?
No, an actual human like took that DMT and was like in another world and became another person for a little bit, and then
like 20 years.
Yeah.
His name.
Yeah, Ari Shaffir like took, I think, like a ridiculous amount of like LSD or DMT, and like literally slipped into another dimension where he would built a family, had relationships, snaps out of it, and he's
dreamwalked on some Doctor Strange.
Yeah, and he was like, nah, this isn't real, man. Where's my wife and kids at? And where's Sleepy Gary at? That was my best friend.
Sleepy Gary. You know,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's like that kind of like where they can get in that deep recess of your mind. I mean, I when I dream, man, like it sticks with me until like the mid-afternoon sometimes. Like, I've had dreams like literally stick with me.
Well, you know, I consume so much cannabis that I don't get much REM sleep.
Yeah.
So whenever I do have a dream, it sticks with me. And like the last one that really mattered was the one where I was in Anchorage.
I love that story, man. That's such a great one.
We don't need to
we won't go too far. That one's a long one, but it's a great one. Like, I mean,
we can talk about it on the ones who woke up.
Oh, that's so great. Yeah, I love that. So we wrap up that episode.
Well, so the way they wrap it up is shit devolves.
Yeah,
like,
it just goes into
madness.
madness.
Outnumbering Rick. Rick doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
And he's even questioning. He's like, fuck you, Morty, who seems to, you know, want the gates to be open, and I've only known.
I think he calls him an unrealistically naive teenage boy who's named after a like 60s writer.
Yeah.
Like, literally, like, calls him out for like all the creative shit that they did to him.
Yeah, and
Morty winds up realizing that Rick's real because he has bad memories of Rick.
Yeah, and they can only develop positive memories.
Exactly, and so the family winds up getting strapped, and they kill everybody.
The best one is Summer just comes up and just knocks his balls into his throat, and he's like, "That's my bitch of a sister."
Absolutely.
Hand her a gun, and then I think Summer has the recollection of getting the
life coach.
He just like knocked in the eye with a half-empty wine bottle.
Picture day.
And for some reason, it's just like, let me teach you what all women should know is how to cover up a bruise. Like, it's so disturbing.
And then
so dark.
And then Beth remembers Jerry because Jerry fucking locked himself in a car and locked her out whenever they were being attacked by a fucking hobo. So like they were able. It was fun the way they were able.
Yeah,
to
they're just
everybody.
like but I think the best one is just like getting just gnarly racked by his sister.
Well, I don't know, man. I think that Summer walking in on Morty masturbating.
Yeah, why?
Why
in the kitchen? He's like, I've done it everywhere and on every surface.
I was thinking about your friend.
I hate you. And she's just like, she's like, I hate you. You're disgusting.
It's so fucking great.
Oh,
they
man.
captured the human condition in this show.
They really do, because like, boy, is it is miserable. Boy, like they, you know, you look at teen times being like a teenager through rose nostalgic lenses, but boy, is it good to get a grasp on literally a breeze not giving you a boner.
Morty masturbated to some particularly curvy driftwood.
It's just like getting past that point of time in your life is definitely better. I will tell you that much, man.
So what's the next episode?
So the next episode we got is getting swifty.
Get swifty. So
yeah,
this
get
is
swifty.
Show me what you got.
Show me what you got. And We have so we get the. Is this the first introduction of the president? I think this is the first introduction of the president.
It might be. I don't know.
And so that one, of course, is the same gentleman who does Spawn.
And Goliath as well.
Yeah. He's such a great actor. Like that voice.
What's his name?
Let's find out instead of
So while you're pulling that up, one of my favorite things in this entire episode is how it devolves into the Church of Headism.
Yeah.
And like whenever things first start really devolving, there's like a Jew like in wait. He's like, Christianity, bad day for Christianity. Keith David, perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's great. Can you confirm if he was the one who did Goliath?
Yeah, Goliath.
Yeah, from back in the day on Gargoyles.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah.
But I love that he's like, it's a bad day for Christianity. It's like, it's time for the Jews. And he's like, hard church. And Principal John is like, you know what? The old gods are dead. I'm going to go outside and commit my soul to the thing that's literally controlling the fucking weather.
Yeah, and Summer...
They wind up misinterpreting the heads saying that they like Rick and Morty's performance as them liking Principal Vagina's prayer to them. And I love that Beth tries to be like, hey, now, we can't necessarily associate correlation with causality. And, like, everyone just fucking turns on her, bro.
I mean, that's literally the basis of, like, when she wants to become a clone. Like, I mean, she wants him to kind of clone her. And Rick is like, you know, the universe doesn't like smart people. Mm-hmm. Like, you just, and when it knows you're smart, you just kind of have to hold on for the ride of something that doesn't want to be ridden.
If you're taking it for a ride, hold on till it bucks you, because it's eventually going to buck you. The universe is basically an organism. It creates infinite waves of idiots just so it can eat them.
Yeah, and honestly, this is exactly what is going on in this episode. You know, I mean, they're eating eating each other essentially.
There's also some Native American, like, old religions that think that like the universe is basically a predator. And it's basically farming us.
Yeah, of course, right?
So, but it's like neat that there's like other philosophies out there that exist that kind of like align with it. But Rick's just an asshole. The
funny thing is that one thing that always kind of trips me out is the singularity theory. Is that we're being pushed to singularity by an invisible hand.
Well, bro, if you want to talk about the singularity, they say that the Big Bang was like a single source of energy, like a single point source of energy. It was so small you couldn't measure it, but like if you looked back at it, it'd be a ball of light.
Yeah.
Right? Well, think about the whole universe, right?
Yeah,
everything that we can measure, right? If you go out far enough, there's like a limit, right? And then you just start going out into the void, right? Well, if you go far enough out into the void and look back at everything that there is, it's just a cloud of stars, and like it's just like this big blob. Well, if you go far enough out, that blob sucks down into just being a point source of light. And so the point is that we actively are the Big Bang, and that we are literally, describably, just a single point of energy from a different point of view. If you're observably far enough out, everything that we ever was is just a single point of light off in the distance.
That's why I always get so frustrated when people say that in this that there
we are in the singularity. It is a singularity actively.
Yeah. In the beginning there was nothing, and actively trying to measure nothing is actively trying to measure something. In that nothingness, there was existence.
If there's something there to measure, then there isn't nothing.
Exactly.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So, but I mean, there's definitely like a cosmic heartbeat. It goes,
oh God, and it pulls back in, right?
Yeah, and it falls back into the void. It absorbs a vacuum. It all
I mean,
falls back
even
in, it pops.
have you ever cried so hard you can literally feel yourself pulsating? If that's not you tapping into something visceral, you know, or been so happy you can't breathe and you feel your heart.
I cried so hard one time I vomited.
Yeah.
You never remember that? I had a little dog. She had a seizure in my arms and died. Like, she was only 2 years old.
Dude, that's rough.
And, dude, it made me cry so hard that I literally vomited. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that you could do that. It was crazy. Oh, R.I.P. Berg.
The emotions.
Oh, Bergelurg.
The emotions that literally
sweetie.
beat in that recesses of your soul is built in comedy and sadness. I mean, when I was younger, I've watched a comedy so much that I've lost my breath, and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to die. Like, this is it. This is the big one. Take me home. Like, you're just laughing so hard. You're just breathing.
One time I took so much LSD, I thought I died. I had my heart weighed against a feather of truth in the Hall of Anubis. It was pretty fucking wild.
So
I recommend it.
We get Ice-T, right?
Who's actually Water Tea, but he was just banished from Alpha Betrium
for not caring enough, right? And then you find out
he
that
winds up saving the whole day.
He saves the whole thing. Summer gets like sucked into the cult like deep, and is becoming a better person.
I mean, but to the point that she's like down to send her parents off into the sky so that they can be one with the heads
and be pooped out as babies or something.
Yeah, born again as babies. Like, I'm already a baby.
I'm already a baby. Yeah, they're watching this person like float off into the like not even the distance, but just the background, and they're like, "You can do something about this. You can stop this." And they're like, "This is nothing."
You can reach me if you tried.
You
just jump.
You just. God dang it! So messed up.
So it's not our problem.
It's not our problem. Summer's thriving. Which is, and you know, the funny thing is speaking of thriving, I'm going to go back to SUIL. Please watch this. Like, please listen and watch this interview with what was the guy? You couldn't stand his face. He was Joel something or other.
He definitely has like a MAGA face.
Yeah.
He definitely like voted for Trump.
A MAGA chud face.
Definitely voted for Trump. Definitely like sips the evangelical Christian sauce. Like,
yeah, we were
trying. I can tell that just by his face.
We were discussing at
Prove
the tail.
me wrong.
Well, yeah, we were trying to discuss the like progressing in the part, like the things that he doesn't like, and seeing how these people who live their best life, as you know, if you're homosexual, if you are living your best life in this particular thing and thriving, and he was like, well, this and that or whatever, and then he's like, well, let's take what you said about happiness. And I'm like, listen, Mo, I'm not happy. I'm not a particularly happy person. I look for the little parts in life to make me happy. I don't have to be happy all the time. But the fact that you're willing to rob individuals of these little micro happiness on top of just the human condition is the darkest part for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like I'm not particularly happy all the time.
I mean, imagine being such an asshole that you could come across somebody who finally finds happiness through doing something, and your only response to them doing that is that their soul is going to be eternally damned. And you let them know that. It's like, bro, you just took the thing that they love and said that it's going to be their eternal damnation. If that isn't and that's a judgment, right?
Yeah.
Like, God's not to judge anybody. And so if you're doing that, then like you're going against what the book said in the first place, and you're doing something that's like heinously ugly. Like I don't.
And like so it's these little. That's what I live for. Just these little things of happiness, and to know that someone's out there robbing it is just so internally discomforting. But getting back to what this to this episode.
What makes me happy?
What's that?
Mr. Poopy Buttle.
Mr. Poopy Buttle.
For real, that shit's funny as shit.
He's great, man.
So what episode are we on now?
We're gonna wrap up we're gonna wrap up Get Swifty. So basically, just we talked about Ice-T. We talked about Summer.
Rick and Morty saved.
Yeah, Rick and Morty. Yeah, next episode, really great episode. The Ricks must be crazy. This is the spider ice cream.
Oh, this is the fractal universe.
Fractal universe.
Where, they have a theory called Coke bottle universes, where the entire universe exists within a Coke bottle, and inside of that Coke bottle is a Coke bottle where an entire universe exists.
Yeah.
And inside of that universe, so instead of it being a Coke bottle, it's a
battery. Yeah. And so we have we have slavery with more steps.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la.
Eek Baba Durkle.
And then he's like, whoa. He's like, that is such a crazy way of like saying ooh la la. He just like a dog, like water off a duck's ass.
Rick
is
can
just like
only fucking see like the weirdest shit sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they went to go watch the movie the Ball Fondlers
the
movie. So they went on another planet, and it's the planet with the best ice cream, and Ball Fondlers the movie, and they're like completely wowed at what gets away to be PG-13 on this planet, and the fact that they get to have ice cream with Rick, but come to find out that the battery's dead. And then he's like, is it not the, like, what does he say, like the galactic
like the
star
quantum radiator?
Yeah, and he's like, nice try, don't put like a fancy word onto a thing and try and sound smart. He goes, it's the cosmic battery or something.
It's
the microverse battery. It literally just does what he does, and then just like literally Summer kicks him in the balls metaphorically.
And so they wind up keeping Summer in the car, and he tells the car to keep Summer safe. And immediately,
I'm a pediatrician.
Well, he doesn't say I'm a pediatrician.
Wait,
his buddy walks up and he's like, "Dude, that was my son's pediatrician."
Oh yeah, that's right. That was
But
right.
Resident Evil's this dude. Like, remember the scene in the Resident
Oh,
Evil hallway
yeah.
where he just turns that dude into Swiss cheese?
Yeah, there's just like that eye just like ploops out and
Bro,
then just like
turned him into
yeah.
a puddle, and then she's like, "Don't kill the next guy," and instead it just like paralyzes.
he like
fuck
picks
out
him
of
up from like the back of his shirt and just like zaps a laser right into his spine, and he's like like his legs are literally like
Jello.
like Jello, and he's just like scooting around like, "What did you do to me?
Help me!" Type shit.
And so he's like, "Well, you told me not to kill him,"
And
he's like, "No physical contact,"
which leads to the fucking craziest where it gestates that sergeant's baby.
Yeah.
And it melts into leave the girl alone. It just like melts.
Just like and
Hunter, no!
he's like pushing the goop back together to try and create his son out of the
goo
that was son. So dark, man. And so we have
insane.
We have so he goes. They're flipping. They're now going back to Rick and Morty. They're flipping. Peace Among Worlds. Is it like I think it's like one of them is like go F yourself is like good, like hello or good luck or something like that, and then of course yeah, and so they find of course a scientist that's working on another micro universe to help them by them cranking a crank every day,
a Foople crank,
yeah, that in turn 3 Foople cranks is like all they need a day. And then in that battery, of course, he's creating another micro universe.
My favorite thing that happens in the... Well, firstly, I love that the people that are in the planet that Rick create looks like dicks.
Yeah, it looks like...
And then the people that are in the world that the dick people create look like
semen,
cum.
yeah.
And then I love that whenever Rick like pulls the president of Cum World to the side and he's like, "Hey man, you got any scientists working on anything new and special?" And he's like, "Yes. That's their job."
That's true. Yeah, just stonewalls them and is like a complete dick about it. But it's like, it makes sense though, because they're gonna have the same. Like if it was created from Rick, they're gonna have that same like dry sensibility that Rick has. Right?
I mean, it's gonna definitely take after its creator.
Yeah. So
the fighting that goes on between him and Zeep is insane.
Yeah, they have like a wooden mech that goes on.
Rick again has a snake come out of his fucking boot. He cannot get enough of snake boots.
I just love that. Just makes me think of when they go to the snake planet and it gives the snake legs and he's like, "Any of you other motherfuckers want legs?"
No,
we're
no
good.
Fucking thank you.
No good.
Morty winds up being the leader of the tree people, and Rick even has to acknowledge like that's a step up.
Yeah, he's like, "Yeah, that's a step up," and he's like, "Can you?" Essentially from there,
Morty gets him out.
Yeah, Morty.
Because he corners him. He's like, "Hey, y'all need to come with us to like this tree," and like once they're like distracted, it's like, "Get me the fuck out of here! Y'all need to work together." And when they refuse, he makes the tree people take them hostage, and like once they're actually like about to get eaten, they finally work together and they get them out of there.
And I think even as they're working together, they're still working in separate caves, right? Throwing
No.
at each other. Or is that before?
That's before. They're having. That's when that's actually before the mech.
Oh, is that when they're like throwing stuff at each other, like
that's,
rocks
oh my
and
God.
sticks?
He's like, "I created this world." He's like, "Well, I created the carbon that fucking made the stars that like." Everything.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't ask to be born. Zeep's like, I didn't ask to be born, man. God
what a great like child sensibility of the whole thing. Like,
but they get out, and Zeep tries to leave them within that battery, and basically Zeep's going to go destroy the battery within a minute.
Yeah.
So he can just start over and win. And Rick stops him, and at some point, Go-Go Sanchez ski shoes. That's great. And then also,
the little cum guy literally murks himself
he's like,
because
wow, that guy created a universe where he is, and that guy created a universe where I am, where I'm working on my universe,
and didn't say good.
Where my dad died, where I didn't get to go to his funeral because I was so busy working on my universe.
Yeah, he's like old lady science.
You know, one time Rick shot a laser gun right through my hand.
He's just like trying to get to him on a relate to him on a personal level.
He's just out of there.
He grabs his little box, his little floating box, just like right into the side of a mountain.
And that's whenever shit really starts to kick off.
But the funny thing is they're both assholes about like weak, like whatever,
like,
like
this guy.
he's weak, like like I dealt with it like a person, like you should. Like, why couldn't he? And they kind of have an equal amount of sadistic laughter about it. And now, I'm sorry, let's cut back to where he's like, it's what I would do. So of course, he's gonna, like, if Rick is gonna do it, then it only makes sense that he would want to do the same thing.
And they all wind up getting out of the universe together.
Mm-hmm.
Rick smashes the universe. Zeep calls him a monster, and that's what Zeep was.
Yeah. Well, Zeep said that it was slavery with more steps, even though his was slavery with more steps.
I love the way that Rick mouthed it as he was saying it.
Yeah, just such a child about it.
And as they're going to leave, Zeep comes to get, like, he's like, Rick! And Rick goes, you may have dropped out of school. You got a lot of learning to do. And he whoops this fool's ass, like hits him in the head with a rock, spits on him. Morty's God damn.
Well, like, he knows for a fact that he's not going to be able to leave without kicking this guy's ass. Like, he knows. Like, he has to put him in his place. He has to. So essentially, he does. And they leave out of the first tiny universe. And Morty's basically questioning the whole thing. He's like, do we even know that the battery's going to work or that it's going to even start? And he goes, he turns the key over, and of course it starts right up. And he's like, it was basically, make my power or be destroyed.
Yeah, it was either my car was going to start or I was going to have to hook a broken battery.
Yeah.
And while they were gone, the car brokered Spider Piece. And so they go to get their ice cream, and the ice cream has flies in it, and now everyone's mad at Summer.
Yeah.
And the episode ends.
And so now we're going into interdimensional cable.
Which we ain't gonna talk about this one a whole lot because it's just skits. Like, I don't even remember all the bits. What do you think?
The doors was great. Don't get too close. My personal space was great.
Personal space was
the whole dick thing was hilarious. Like he grabs this gun and it looks like a gun, but it's actually like a space penis that like could
this is Scroopy Noopers too, right?
This
is where Jerry is getting his dick busted so that they can save him.
It's like a heart valve.
He tries to back out, but Beth won't let him because Beth wants the fucking hog that they're gonna outfit him with. And,
she's like going through there. It's like, oh, that was nice.
When word gets out that Jerry's being a coward, they wind up getting enough money together to give him a prosthetic heart that's going to be better than his pathetic penis ever could have been.
And he's like, couldn't you have just done that from the beginning? And he's like,
and they're like, suck.
You guys, oh yeah, we're the ones that suck. But personal space, I think, was my favorite. And he's like, hey, it's my personal space. Hey, it's my personal space.
The way he peels himself is insane.
And then I think the giant nose guy with the car that goes into the water.
How did I get here? Oh my God, it's the girl with the shell on her face. And Rick's just like, just avoid the coffee machine. Also, man versus car.
That was the best. I actually brought that. I was in Walmart and I was telling a person about our show, and he was talking about the interdimensional cable episode, the second one, and I was like, the best. And me and him both said at the same time, man versus car was like one of the funniest things. He's like, he's like, I don't know why we do this because the car always wins. It's like
Jerry busts in and tries to hold the situation hostage so that he can have his dick removed.
Yeah,
so he can be the hero.
Yeah, he won.
He's
like, he gets shot 50 times, and they're like, that's literally like a scratch.
Yeah,
What was great is like the whole crux of it is like he eats one of Rick's puddings, I think, or one of Rick's Activias or something.
He ate whatever was in a cup of Cherry Garcia.
Yeah, Cherry Garcia. There you go. And he's like, this isn't my fault. You said that the second drawer was just mine.
Like, technically, that drawer is all mine.
Yeah, so like this is Jerry's fault.
Fuck off.
And so that one was like a breeze through episode. This one that we're going through it's the buildup of, like, again, Summer saving the day. We're talking about look who's purging now. Really great episode. We have a candy bar with Purginol in it. If
that
that's
actually
one,
doesn't have
that doesn't have Purginol.
That Rick convinces Morty that he can conserve it, that he can preserve his character.
Yeah, because of the
Purginol.
Yeah, so we have a system being taken down by what is only right, a jaded young cat girl whose system of government is basically having the elites have the poor systematically take out as many people as they can by the bloodening, the purge, and
Murder Night.
It gets less clever as you go along, and then Summer. This is the best Jerry really being kind of like an antagonizing like prick through the whole thing. He's like what are you doing? Reading? And he's like, what kind of question is that?
And it all was just leading to him just trying to borrow some cash.
Yeah. He's like you're making good money now at the place you work. If you could just I think it was like $2 or
Toss
$3.
me a couple $100. Yeah, something's gonna come through. I can feel it.
And so she's like,
loser.
He's like, are you going to be nice now? I have some crackers.
He's like,
for crackers? You want me to be nice for crackers? And he's like, is it a thing that all teenagers have to hate their parents?
I'm ignoring you now.
And she's just like,
I'm just going to ignore you.
I'm just going to ignore you. Like, I'm just going to walk away from this whole situation.
She's like, and he goes, what happened to you?
Oh, man, this is...
She goes, dude, you're creating drama because you're bored. Get a job. Again, to get a job came back up.
This was literally the introduction of, what is it, Tatty Mason? Is that what it is?
Oh man, why is the phone bill $7,000? And what's Tatty Mason LLC? I'm Tatty Mason, and I'll even call you. We can be friends. Only $1.99 a minute. So that means this fool spent fucking 3,000 minutes.
Yeah.
On the phone with Tatty Mason,
and he's like, Rick and Morty call from the Purge world. And he's like, who is why are you with Tatty Mason? And he's like, who the hell is Tatty? Like, shut up. This has
yes, this is Tatty Mason,
this is a character no one
has ever heard of, calling you from a space phone. He's like, I don't know if you're being sarcastic. Jerry's so fucking thick that he can't even tell the latent sarcasm in his face.
And he's like, and so finally Morty is like, yes, we're someone we've never heard of calling you from another planet. Put Summer on the phone, and so Summer is given basically longitude and a long series of numbers. Yeah, a long series of numbers, and she takes this particular box out of the inside of the wall. It's sent to the Purge world where mech suits drop. They're able to get out of the whole situations that they're in, and of course, Morty goes off the deep end because he's already been pushed to the edge by an old man making him listen to a story that doesn't quite measure up to Morty's standards.
Well, it was fine. He just got pushed. He got pressed for some constructive criticism, so we gave him some. And all this backfired.
Yeah, and he doesn't particularly he thinks the story should start where it's going to start. You don't have to go 3 weeks later, 3 weeks earlier. Immediately gets kicked out. The mech suits get dropped. After all this is said and done, they're tearing through the whole place, and he ends up knocking Morty out. The cat girl jumps in the suit. He's like, I really don't have a dog in this fight, but this is the equivalent of what you're doing, but now the tables have turned. Now she has the upper hand, and I'm just going to let her go ham samurai on y'all guys.
And that's exactly what happens. And she winds up talking Rick into participating, and they just kill the fuck out of all of them. And my favorite part of this all is whenever Rick is dancing, and Summers and Morty's on his back.
And he's just kind of dancing,
kind of floating along, dancing too. It's wonderful.
And I don't know if they made up that song or if it's real, but it's just it works for. It feels good, yeah. And it's just I think this song was big in the 90s, maybe. I don't know. It's just so. That episode ends with him being super depressed because he's basically fed into a primal state of killing.
To acknowledge his repressed rage.
Yeah, and of course, one of the things that when in a clutch, he can be human to a point. So he basically it's the purge and all. You're still intact as a good person. You don't really have to kind of mull over this too much.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah,
don't think about it.
Yeah. So we're heading into the final episode. This is episode 10, and this is the wedding of the squanchers, of the squanchery.
Bro, I love the way that they gave the invite. The way it was an egg that they had to crack open and it busted out a hologram.
It's like
what the fuck is that?
It's
That's
the
crazy.
best thing ever. Like a meatball drops in, and he's like, it's way less.
courier flap.
Yeah, a courier flap, and he's like, it's way less off-putting than the U.S. Postal Service.
What do you know about friendship, Jerry?
Jerry.
Confirm ship, Jerry.
The best one is this is also another point of like you said it. I think you referenced it, like said the line perfectly. He's like, the best way to eat cereal is to let only 70% of the cereal touch the milk or something.
No, you gotta keep 70% of the cereal above the milk.
Yeah, 70% of the, and they're like,
Jerry, get a job.
Jerry, get a job. It's like,
Just like the bell rings and Rick's like, why don't you go get it? You're the man of the house and you don't have a job. Like just every time anyone can jab.
And so he gets basically pulled into the meat flap, taken to Squanch World, where all like now we get to meet Squanch. So I'll let you take it over on the Squanch because you were pretty cool. You were really excited to meet Squanch and saw the Squanch help.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's on Planet Squanch.
Yeah.
And I love that they have, like, the same thing going with Squanch you have with Smurfs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you just say what's in your Squanch and people understand.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's fucking fantastic.
And so he's like, you Squanch and Squancher, welcome to Squanch World, you know?
Beth is like, I squanch my family.
And they're like,
She's like, what? I
squanch my family. You're like,
stop
Cuddy
saying
that.
it.
Like, you're making things weird.
Yeah,
like,
it's so gross. I think someone even calls it gross.
Yeah, and Rick is just jaded about the whole thing. Well, rightfully so. He doesn't trust anybody. You know, he's
Actually, he's fucking clearly shouldn't. It turns out that fucking Tammy's a deep cover agent for the Galactic Federation. One of my other favorite jokes about the whole thing is through in this episode is whenever Summer or I keep saying Summer when
Rick,
Morty tries to give the pep talk to Rick about opening up.
Yeah.
And it actually gets through to him.
Yeah,
he
it does.
Try and open up,
but
the way he shits on him, he's like, "Hey, bartender, I need a drink. It's called a shitty grandson pep talk, and I need a whole lot of advice about a bunch of shit you don't understand and a lot of vodka." He's like, "I got a lot of vodka." He's like, "Cool, I'll take that. I don't need the rest." It's like shit, like such a fucking shitty ass whip, dude.
And then you have Jerry like fixing the tux, like straightening his tie.
Hi, I'm Jerry.
Hi, I'm Jerry.
Jerry is the name, marketing's the game.
And he's like, they're like, you're in another world. Like, can you not?
It's like, dude, get a job. Don't get a job. I can't do anything right.
And it's just so stupid, like so great. He's just he's a perpetual leech.
One of the things that I liked the
Worm.
most was a worm.
Yeah.
One of the things that I liked the most was Tammy's ring was an acorn.
Yeah,
that
the
bird person's grandma fought a squirrel for. That's fucking wonderful.
I wonder if the squirrels are the same size as the bird people in the bird world.
If it's a fight,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
would you as a human-sized person doesn't fight a squirrel?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like, that's not really a fight. So like,
I mean, the squirrels did take over one of the realities. Oh, hello, boy.
I think they're in all of them.
Yeah,
like Rick knew. Like, oh shit, you fucked with squirrels.
Yeah.
Wow. What the fuck?
He's like, hello, human boy. We'll give you candies and sweet and treats if you tell us. Like,
if you can understand us.
Yeah. And he's like. He says something about like the overthrow of the government is going according to plan, and I think that the Dow Jones is gonna do this. And
they're like someone about like some African country, like
yeah,
Kenya, like, just put a canopy over them, and like basically like control their weather and give them a drought. Basically. Yeah.
So great. It's so
don't
don't mess with squirrels, man. They control everything, man. So. Tammy comes out as your favorite part, the note when he's trying to like he finally like puts everything aside and Rick is like gonna read.
It's like stammer off burp ad-lib.
Yeah, and he tosses it to the thing. He does exactly what's on the note, and then Tammy comes out and is just like, you know, I work for the galactic government. You're all terrorists. You're surrounded. Just give up.
And Bird Person's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Tammy, I love you. And she
just
kills
him. Yeah.
Fuck out
yeah, just like, just like fills him with holes.
Absolutely. And Rick actually, like, one of the first times you've ever seen Rick, you know, aside from whenever he, like, put his life on the line to save Morty, You know what I'm saying? There's like 3 or 4 moments in the whole series where like he's shown some like real human emotion.
Yeah.
And like, bruh,
He
motherfucker
screams.
lost it whenever they killed Bird Person.
Yeah.
Like, that's his dude.
Yeah.
Well,
like he said, you know, that this isn't where he's supposed... Like, this isn't Bird Person's story. His, like, arc is being in the war, like, helping him fight the galactic government. Tammy...
This is a losing
battle here. Yeah, exactly. And so... He like
the fighting breaks out.
The fighting breaks out. Squanch comes in and is like, your family. Take care of your family. Get out of here. I'll Squanch and take care of this.
Family. There isn't any time to Squanch.
Yeah, there isn't any time to Squanch. And then he's like scoops up his family, including Jerry.
Squanch eats his own tooth and turns into a fucking Hulk.
Yeah.
Have a piece of my Squanch.
And he just like is ripping them in half, breaking backs, throwing them into the air.
I mean, being a
just
Hulk.
like taking care of business. And he steps on Tammy.
Yep.
And I wouldn't say anything calms down, but they definitely they get out. They make their way out.
They make it to the catering truck.
Yeah, they make it to
and they get chased by Tammy's parents, who are fucking Galactic Federation cyborgs.
Oh, you were liking that one thing. I am not staring at you. I am.
Oh yeah. This is a candid shot. I do not need a camera. It's
just like.
And I love that. And I love that at the end, the government has like the B-rate.
It's
the same
like,
mechanism.
It's just like
to take their
half a face looks like really cheap.
Like bottom jaws.
Yeah. That's so great. And they end up going to Cobb World, and there's like strawberries on a cob.
Everything's on a fucking cob.
Everything's on a cob.
Get the fuck out of here now.
And they're like, no, we can't do this. Like, and then they're in another tiny planet.
You wouldn't even tell that in Earth. Yes, I would. There's no Africa.
He's like, white people problems.
Exactly.
And so he like the perspective is off, and they literally like hit it's literally like a puddle.
Boom.
They just hit it. There's like a puddle. So they pull out.
Like, I thought it was further away.
And so I think that's all that's left is the planet where the sun screams, right?
It's 42-hour long
days. It's a 40, And so they
go back to the tiny planet.
Yeah, they go back to the tiny planet, and
they hunt a breed of tiny pig to extinction for breakfast bacon.
Yeah, for breakfast bacon.
Like one meal of breakfast bacon.
And they're literally able to walk around this whole world, and he's playing catch with, like, Morty's playing catch with himself. Oh, he's playing frisbee with himself.
And Rick actually does circumnavigate the planet and goes into a cave in like the South Pole.
Yeah.
And like the core of the Earth is literally like underneath the floorboards.
Yeah, it's like a swirl underneath the floorboard.
He's like literally sitting there with his foot dangling into the core of the planet, listening to the conversation where Jerry's like, "We ought to snitch." The family says we're not going to snitch, but you can tell that like something about everything that they say really connects with him.
Yeah.
And like you said, as Morty's playing frisbee, he's throwing the frisbee and it's going all the way around the planet, and he's catching it, like how Mark and Omni-Man are doing.
Playing catch,
Yeah. And
he's like, I'm gonna go out for ice cream, and he's like,
where's the van?
Where's the van? And he's like, are you gonna come out? And he's like, if I tell you I'm gonna go out for ice cream, of course I'm gonna come back, because if you go and stay where ice cream is, then you never really went out for it.
Yeah, like if I just go to where ice cream is and stay there, then I went to where ice cream is. I didn't go to get ice cream.
And he basically, Morty's like, if you break Mom's heart again, I'll never forgive you. Like, think about what you're doing and please come back. Not really knowing that, like, it's basically the discussion that he had with him saying something to Rick with really not knowing the background or the ramifications of what he's saying. He's still a child. Rick is an adult. He's doing things. He's maybe doing something that Morty may not understand, but he's also giving his family a chance to go back to planet Earth under the Galactic Federation's control, but still some semblance of safety, and also being able to get them out of harm's way.
Honestly, I think right in that moment, he hatched the entire plan to take down the government.
Yeah.
And to win back the family. That was the whole, like, right then, like, he was like, all right, I'm going to turn myself in. I'm going to knock down the galactic government. I'm going to fucking take over the role of patriarch in the family. And this was, like, exactly how he knew he was going to do it. And he mapped it out in that moment.
Yeah, it literally knew exactly what he was going to do, point A, point B to point C.
And he goes to a bar. And as he's going there, he calls in as Jerry. Turns himself
I
in.
like big, nasty, sweaty balls.
Testicles.
Testicle sex.
And he goes to the bar and he like has a final drink, and he like looks at a picture of him and
Bird
Birdman
and
and
Squanch.
Squanch, and he like lets it. He just like lets it go, right? Like he literally lets it go.
Yeah, he's that part of his life has to be like removed.
Oh, and Bird Person's dead.
Yeah.
What is it now? But he steps out, and the whole fucking Galactic Federation
Like
out
drops
standing
some sort of money thing that he
whatever
has,
currency,
chip
whatever
there,
local currency,
and walks out, and the galactic government is literally there to scoop him up. They pick up his family gets picked up, brought back to Earth, and Jerry, what you talk about, is actually thriving under.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's funny how the show depicts how a free thinker like Rick does not thrive well within an overly bureaucratic system, but someone like Jerry, who can rely on a system to think for him, will excel super quickly. And like, so again, you got a buddy who's working for the state, doing nothing, making all right money, and content to do that. That's Jerry. If your buddy like is like the clerk at the Justice of the Peace, like you might want to consider his Jerryism.
So man, what a great season.
Yeah, and so it wraps up with him being locked up, right?
Yeah.
They actually put him in like this cell where his like hands and his feet are bound up.
Yeah.
And the first thing, and this is what happens in real life, the first thing that happens whenever he gets put in his cell is the guy next to him goes, "What you in for?" And Rick goes, "Everything." And then like the beat drops and
your song, you were really impressed with the song. It's 9 Inch Nails. I hurt myself today.
Oh yeah,
it was just like it definitely
what a poignant choice.
Yeah, it definitely, how would you say it invokes a very strong emotion.
Yeah, they did good with it.
Man,
they did good with
it. What a great season.
That's my bottom line.
Man, we're at season 3 in our own studio, barbecue happening. I had a
think about this, bro. That's episode 20.
Yeah.
Dude, we've done 20 episodes of this now.
This is crazy.
We're killing it.
I had a weird experience at
Fuckers
Pride.
need to watch.
Like, I had a weird experience at Pride. Got to interview just like the pastor there. Like, we're making things happen, man. Got up to like 131 views now on SUIL. Like
my Kona Hook and
your Kona, and they got a remark, they got a post, which is great. Man.
I've got the ones who woke up in the can.
Yeah,
we're about to be doing that. So.
And I mean, honestly, bro, it's been a year and a half, almost 2. Like we'll say 2 years. It'll be about a year, 2 years probably.
No, man, no, bro, we're not even at a year.
We're not even in a year.
I recorded my first Kona Hook Companion, which I did before we did anything else.
Yeah.
In July of last year.
Okay.
So it ain't even been a year, my dude.
Well, that is rocket.
We're in month 11 right now.
Well, that is rocket.
Got a website, got a studio, got several podcasts, up to double-digit episodes produced on most of them.
Yeah, I got Friday going down. That's like my sleeper, my little sleeper. Yeah, my little side bitch over there. She's doing good, but she'll get some love.
In due course, it doesn't. All that matters is that you're having a thing that you can do whenever it serves you, and you're having fun.
And I definitely got some good feedback from the. Well, you know what, man? I'm not going to talk about the SUIO. Maybe we can chat about that on the ones who woke up or something.
We don't need to digress too much. The bottom line is that's a wrap.
That's
on
a
season
wrap,
2
man.
of the Portal Boys podcast. Them Portal Boys obviously been podcasting now 20 episodes, and that shit's gonna motherfucking continue. Too much fun. Anybody who's listening, I think there's like 6 of y'all right now. Thank y'all so fucking much.
We appreciate it, man.
It's been a lot of fun. We're having a blast. Hopefully you're having a blast too. Wubba lubba dub dub, bitch.
Monkey mouth. Monkey mouth. Monkey mouth. Monkey mouth.